Who that make the best music? That's where we should put the energy of our youth. Not to cause. But it is us, the adults. Because we the big one, they will not be forgiven. Now we the keep the grudge. That grudge will be known in 1965. Will be known in 1975. So from the daddy side, be known to the beginning to the grand beginning, all man keep that grudge because you get for Cantonion. Ladies and gentlemen, we have to forgive. Some of us have been wronged as well, but we must forgive to bring this nation together so that with strategic alliances, we face our new destiny. The world is becoming tougher. I spend my time in the energy space. Spend a lot of time working on energy systems. Looking at how Europe and Africa can collaborate on energy, looking at new energy technologies. My brother is here with the Society of Engineers of the United States. We're looking at a new technology we want to bring to Sierra Leone. Blyden is here. And when you look at energy prices where they're going, this $15 per liter is nothing. It could get worse. Flour will be more expensive. Rice will be more expensive. So the next few months and few years will be tough. And it will affect everybody. It will affect you because they will call more for send that money, that dollar. When you said the struggle there. This is why we preach about strategic alliances. Why we for come together, why we for forgive and build a new Sierra Leone. It is not just rhetoric. As NGC, we have taken a constructive approach to opposition. I have often been criticized in Parliament for supporting government measures. But when the government succeeds, we all succeed. When the government fails, it hurts everyone. Our job is not to oppose for the sake of opposing. And that is also why NGC has been actively involved in establishing the consortium of progressive political parties comprising of the APC, C4C, UP, Unity Party and the PMDC, and about 8 other political parties. We believe we should come together through dialogue and collaboration. Many of us politicians are beginning to realize that we have realized that we don't have to let different party colors make us enemies. We can be in different parties, but we're not enemies. We want the same thing, a better Sierra Leone, where the school they function, the hospital they work, the water they run, people they get jobs. That's what we all want. We may think about different ways to do it, but my gosh, let's collaborate. Let's not be enemies. It is in this context that, in fact, I appreciate the fact that His Excellency the President in my village, His Excellency President Bio, in my village 3 weeks ago, made a nice gesture to me. I'm from NGC, he's from SLPP, but he made a wonderful gesture to me a few weeks ago. That's what we need to see in our country, that we are not enemies. That we can be together. That will help the young generation. I said a month ago in an interview, I said, don't be surprised if President Bio calls me to sit with him and talk about the future of the country. I will go sit with him. If former President Anis Bayroma calls me, say, Kandeh, I want to talk to you. Let me go sit down. Or I call him. I say, you've been in opposition 10 years. You've been head of state 10 years. What do we do next to fix our nation together, all of us? That's the spirit we want to see. Former president, current president, and those of us who are dreaming of succeeding, we sit together to define another Sierra Leone. That is what we need. Because I tell you, do me and do you. Do me and do you, we all will suffer. Tit for tat, we all will suffer. You boss me here, I boss you here, we all turn blind eye, man. It's not correct. You in the first world, learn to collaborate, learn to forgive, and force us, the politicians, to forgive. And then our young people will do the same. In Sierra Leone, we've had 19 years of peace, but we must continue to want peace. We must continue to work for it. Let us not be complacent. If you look around the world, you will not take peace for granted. For example, Ethiopia has had several decades of transformation and growth. Some of us used to go there in the dark days. Yeah, now they get